All right. Howdy guys, I'm Jason Lewis, and today on AutoEdits we're going to be doing a quick update to the Leitner Designs active cargo rack system we have on the bed of the Adventure Ram. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm going into Mexico for a huge Baja adventure in the next couple of weeks. So it's kind of go time on updates, regular maintenance, whatever I can do before we go on a trip. And I'm going to take you guys on along a few of these little videos, like the tools that I pack. Today's video is going to be how to mount the MAXTRAX onto the back of the toolbox. Now previously when I did the Leitner Designs active cargo system install, it was an option. You either could have the XL box here or the MAXTRAX racks on the side of the truck. Now, because this is the 5'7" bed, that's just the way it works, just because of the length of these things. But I knew that I want to keep my XL toolbox and run these things. And normally, you know, MAXTRAX recovery things are mandatory for when you go into the middle of nowhere. So these are things that I recommend to add to your kit, but storing them was a little tricky in this particular situation. And Bernard over there at Leitner Designs, the mad scientist that he is, came up with a cool little design. So all I had to do was just order the GearPod MAXTRAX mounting brackets from Leitner Designs, and then I'll transfer over the actual MAXTRAX mounting pegs here over to the new brackets, drill some holes, we'll get these installed. It'll take about 20 minutes and we'll get this thing going, and it's just going to be the best of both worlds, where I'll get my toolbox and I'll have this sweet spot to put the MAXTRAX. First up, a few of you may be asking, what is a MAXTRAX? And that's an easy answer. These reinforced nylon planks with grippy cleats were designed to help you get your vehicle out of mud, sand, or snow by adding traction when wedged under your tires. They have 6 built-in handles, and either end doubles as a shovel to help get you out of most sticky situations. I really wish I had had these before my debacle on the Miller Jeep Trail adventure. To get started with today's install, I'm just going to transfer over the handy-dandy mounting pins from the original bracket to the new XL Cargo Pod mounting brackets. I then cut off the excess of the back of the bolt. This isn't a mandatory step, but it will allow me to mount the MAXTRAX flush to the box. Now, you've heard me say how many times I love this rack system, and this is going to be the first big trip with this, and this is one of the reasons why I want to keep this, is that I can put tools, camera equipment, everything inside this thing, and it'll be safe right here. And then instead of taking up this space with the MAXTRAX will live on the inside. So it's pretty cool. And then this thing will take off now to get prepped. And then this just comes right off. All right, let's get this prepped and ready. All right, it's starting to rain. I think we should move this procedure into the garage, and we'll get this mounted up in the garage. So now that we have those bolts cut, all that does is give us a little bit more room to get these a little bit sucked up a little bit closer to the actual toolbox. So then we'll get those kind of in their rough position, and we'll get our MAXTRAX up here to set the distance. Boom. Boom. Okay, now it's just a matter of setting up where our brackets will ride on the toolbox. I'm gonna go ahead and secure down the actual locks here. So basically that's it. So that sits here. Let me bring you in and show you what that looks like. Now you could just drill right straight through these, but I'm not gonna, because I don't want to take the chance on scratching the paint or the powder coat off these little brackets here. So I'm just gonna mark these holes and drill them, because that's just kind of how I roll. So we got those marked. We can just pull this off for now, set this aside, and drill some holes for our bolts. So the instructions call for a 9/32 is the exact size. All right, now that we've got our holes drilled, let's just get these guys back into place and bolt that stuff down. We'll go ahead and use the handy dandy proper upper there. Tighten this sucker down. All right, these only go to 10 foot-pounds. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's get the bottom ones. All right. Woohoo! Lined up perfectly. Now, what I do is really love this thing. Wait till you guys see the video where I stack it full of gear for this trip. That'll be coming up. We have a lot of work to do on the truck first. And if you want more information on the Camp 4 Load trip into Mexico, like if you want to come with, it would be pretty rad to have a few viewers show up on this trip. So, costs a few bucks. I'll put a link in the description below to Camp 4 Low and the organization. His name's Matt. It's one of the guys, lead guys, and he'll tell you all about it. It's gonna be an epic trip. I did it years ago as part of a Dirt Every Day, and it was so much fun. I've been just working to get back on this trip. All right, so now here's another little tip. I lift up just ever so slightly on this box. Tighten it down, and then that gives it a little bit of more even weight distribution across this top bracket, and then this door seals perfectly. I haven't had any problems at all with it, so. And that's it. All right, let's see how good a job we did. And it goes on just about perfectly. Oh man, awesome. Now, I think what I'll do is get a lock for these, and I'm definitely gonna get another set, so I'll have 4 of those things. It's pretty much what I've seen when I follow MAXTRAX on the Instagrams, and pretty much all the extraction shots I see, it's guys with 4 of these on the ground. So there you go, you've now maximized this bit of real estate. It's definitely practical and has all of this flexibility and the way that it's so modular that you can swap everything around, but it just looks awesome. Looking at this truck just makes me feel like I need to get out, and that's the point. Get out, enjoy, go camping, go on an adventure. So there you have it. Quick install, top quality parts get you this kind of flexibility and variety and options when you do stuff. So this home run. Now stay tuned for more of the prep and getting ready for the trip into Mexico. Don't forget to check in the description for the link to that organization to see if you might be able to go with on one of these things. Also, you might notice that this is an AutoEdits Jeep shirt. I finally did one. Now I still have to come up with a logo, but if you kind of want to test your interest in this stuff, there's a link to that down below the video as well, so check that out. I'm thinking of a Pinto the dog one would be a really good one to do. But until next time, thank you so much for watching and enjoy your drive. Cool.